Alright, welcome back to another video, everybody. I spend a lot of time online just kind of keeping my finger on the pulse of the community, you know what I mean? And I know it's something I harp on a lot and it's something I talk about a lot, but it's our pricing conventions, right? That these methods we use to you just understand what a card or what an item is worth, and what people are paying for it, right? And there's a lot of metrics we use to do that, and one of those is, and we all agree that like pretty tried and true is TCG Player, right? Like you look at TCG Player and you can see a price and that's what you pay, right? Like you look at the market price, and if you're buying a card, you can usually, and that market price is pretty reliable, right? Because that TCG takes metrics from eBay, and I've talked about this before, right? Like, and again, like I know I harp on this a lot, but I just keep coming across videos and coming across posts on Reddit and stuff like that of these guys that are just like, they have this weird idea of what you should pay for a card versus what they should pay for a card or a sealed product, right? And I just it's so frustrating because I just see the inconsistencies, right? They want to use TCG Player if it benefits them, but they will go out of their way to find some weird, obscure sale, if it to benefit them. It's all to benefit them. I'll give you this example, okay? So there's a guy, it was a Reddit post about a vendor that had somebody approach his table and they were selling the Costco 151. It was the 151 ETB, and it came with two tins, like a large tin with 5 packs in it, and a medium tin with the 3-pack, right? Now, as a sealed product from Costco, this ETB with the 2 tins, market value today is about $1,000. Okay, and the guy that had approached his booth to sell it said, I want to get I want to get as close to $850 as possible, right? And which is fair, right? Because it's $1,000. So even if you gotten $800, that's, oh my God, I'm like pulling a total. Oh my God, 80%. Jeez, criminy. So 850 is 85%. I don't know why that took me so long. So he's looking for 85%, 80 to 85%. And the guy said, well, let's look at the comps. And there's screenshots, right? There's screenshots of him looking at eBay sales of this thing around $1,000. And the guy, the vendor that made the post even admits that there was like 10 eBay sales around $1,000. Well, that's where it should have ended. Should have offered the guy the $850 that he asked and been on your merry way. But that's not what happened. What this vendor did was went and looked up each of those things individually. You see, because a 151 ETB is worth about $600. And then each of those tins only sell for about, I think you could buy the 2 tins together for $120, so $60 a piece. Or, 50, 70, whatever. Because one's got the 5 packs, the other one's a 3-pack. So he goes, no, together these are only worth about $750. And so you only offered the guy like $500 or $600 or something. I can't exactly remember what the number was. He said, and obviously the guy didn't take the offer. Well, no, duh, he didn't take the offer, dude. He wasn't offering to sell you those three things individually. He was selling you the sealed product that was the 2 tins and the ETB. But he was saying that TCG Player isn't super reliable. You know, you still have to go and look through all these comps. The guy had to go and look up individual items to find his price instead of looking at the sealed product. Right? Like I said, use TCG Player if it benefits you as a seller. Only if it benefits you as a seller. Now, if it doesn't benefit you, apparently it's okay to just go and look for random prices online that somebody paid. As long as it benefits you, as long as it benefits the seller, as long as it benefits the scalper. Eventually, that's all you are at that point, dude. You're one of the lowlifes. You're a scumbag, and nobody should do business with you. That's my opinion, anyway. Anyway, my face is really itchy today. I was outside doing yard work. I'm itchy. I'm all stuffy. My nose itches really bad. Sorry if I'm like touching my face a lot. I'm just itchy today. I was covered in dust. But yeah, it's something that's like really bothering me. Like, and I just, because here's the thing, right? And so I use the Collector app, and the Collector app is actually pretty good at like collecting data from eBay and from TCG Player and all those things. And so it's just like, just doing some like random tests, right? Because everyone's like, oh, you really don't want to trust Collector. That's good for getting like a ballpark. So I just started looking up random cards on Collector, and then because you can go, like if you scroll down, like when you look up a card, you can scroll down, and then you can click on eBay sales, and the consistently what I found was that Collector was actually under market. And a lot of people say it's over, but it wasn't. It was actually pretty consistently anywhere between $10 to $20 under market. And so Collector is actually a very conservative estimate of what your cards could be worth. But the problem is, and then so you use Collector, and then like, oh, well, let's check TCG. And then they'll see that the TCG on TCG Player, it's literally the exact same. That's the other thing too. A lot of people say don't trust Collector, go through TCG Player. Again, they're within dollars of each other, $1 or $2. So what difference does it make at that point? Especially if you're looking at a $500 or $600 card, who cares if it's $2 or $3 over or under, whatever. I don't know, this weird kind of like, oh, we can just price things however we want. And the thing about Collector is it's really on the honor system too, because you can, when you purchase a card and you add it to your portfolio in Collector, you can put in how much you paid for that card, and then it takes that data and it compares it to other sales, like however many recent sales it pulls from, and then it compares those things, and then it sends that data back to like TCG Player and eBay, and so like if I just said that I only paid $10 for a $500 card, it would take that and it would affect the market. Now you could do it the other way around too. Like, oh no, I paid $5 for this card. It's a 50-cent card. Well, I paid $5 for it. So that's going to affect the market cap on that card. And, we just keep doing this back and forth. I mean, so I bought a collection for about it was $150. It was about 1,000 cards, right? 15 cents per card, right? I paid $150 for it. One of the cards in there was this $350 Lily card that I showed you in my last episode. Or it might have been the episode before that. Anyway, but I paid $150 for the whole collection, and that was one of the cards that was in the collection. Now I could say that I only paid 15 cents for that card when I put it into my portfolio on Collector. You know, to do the, like, I could do the dishonorable thing and really start screwing with the market. And what's to stop people from saying that they just have cards in their portfolio? Oh yeah, no, I have a gold star Shining Charizard. I just have one. Oh, and I paid $5 for it in 2026. Does that make sense? Like, there's nothing stopping people from just saying what a card is worth. Right? And if like that's the case, like I said, I'm getting ready to sell my collection. Okay? I'm working on it still. I scanned 15 cards the other day just to kind of get a ballpark idea of what they were worth, because I was going to price all my commons at 10 cents, all my reverse holos at 15 cents, and all my holographics at 25 cents, just to kind of make it easy on myself. Right? But no, I scanned five non-holographic, 5 reverse holos, and 5 holographics. And what I found was that like the regular ones that were non-holographic basic, cards were right around like 5 to 15 cents. Okay, so 10 cents per card on those. That's fine. But the reverse holos, I was kind of shocked. The reverse holos were coming in anywhere between like 45 and 85 cents. And then with the holographics, they were coming anywhere between like 10 cents and $1. So I was like, well, I can't even use that metric to make it easy on myself just to kind of price out my whole thing, because like I said, I'm pricing out every card. Okay, I'm not just like, oh, there's 1,000 of bulk, here's 1,000 of bulk, here's 1,000 of bulk, 1,000 of bulk, and then here's all my hitters. I'm not doing that, because that's all part of my collection. I care about all my cards. And, I want to get my money worth back on all these cards, because I know that somebody's going to get these cards and they're going to do that. They're going to price them all out. Right? There's a guy that I've talked about on this channel before where he prices all of his stuff on his eBay account at 15% over market price. So that battery's dying. So that he still turns a proper profit after shipping and taxes and all that stuff. So he's gouging people even more. So why can't I do the same thing? I'm not saying I'm gouging people, because I plan, once I get this completely priced out, I plan on raffling this off. And I'll go through all the logistics of that once I get down the road on that. But I'm guessing the most someone's going to pay for my $10,000 collection will probably be about $1,000. But I'm still going to profit from it. And then they don't have to pay as much for like way overpriced cards. Does that make sense? Anyway, those are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good night.